And we'll be back with the first pitch right after this. Just a little bit away from first pitch. Today's starting pitcher, Garrett Cole. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, truly for him, there is no place like home. He's been so dominant here. And as a teammate, you expect him when pitching at home this year to go out and dominate just as he has. The fans expect it, and I think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher. Even though we don't see the same splits on the road, we're going to start to see that translate as well.
Cedric Mullins, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. That's in there.
Really good cutter that he's able to front door and back door. That pitch is devastating.
There's the swing and a miss.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Couldn't catch up to the heater.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
Ryan O'Hearn in the box now as he leaves that one up high. The pitch.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Diaz makes the grab. And there are two down. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Tyler O'Neill.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Ground ball right side, it squirts through. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting fourth, the left fielder.
Here's Tyler O'Neill. He was hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday. Up the middle. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Batting fifth, the right fielder, Colton Cowser.
So up next, Colton Cowser. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. Henderson, the lead runner at second. O'Neill on at first with 2 down.
That's out.
That's off the mark. And now it's even 1-1. Just missed.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one finds the zone. And the count's even at 2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 3rd out.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill, Zach Eflin. What's the scouting report on him?
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4. But this is a guy that's not afraid. He's going to take the ball. He's going to go out there and give it his best.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Waste no time there. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Here's Jose Ramirez, the American League leader in batting average this season. There goes the runner. There's the ball. Go to second. He's safe. And that extends his lead for the most stolen bases in baseball. Runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the second game of the series. Sinker gets the bottom of the zone, and that's a strike. Ramirez swings and blasts one deep to right field. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out.
Batting third, the designated hitter, Juan
Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees.
Soto.
A guy who's been huge for them over the last month plus, Francisco Lindor.
This guy had an on-base percentage of over 400 last month. That's just telling you he's taking his walks, he's getting his knocks, he's finding some holes. Everything just going really well for him right now. But don't overlook the fact that that happens because he's having consistently good at-bats.
Juan Soto now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. One away with a runner at third. That one misses. Ball one. 1-1, check swing, appeal down to third. And he held back, according to Dave Lawrence. 2-1 now. Swing and a ball hammered left field. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And in its second with an RBI double.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side. And the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
One out. Runner at second. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. Yeah, big swing and a miss.
0-1.
Next offering misses down and away. That pitch gets the inside corner. That's strike two. Runner at second here, one gone. Headed towards the corner. And that is a foul ball. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And he's down on strikes. That's out number two.
Definitely made him chase a little bit out of the zone
Batting
right there. I don't think that's a strike if he takes it. Pretty textbook pitching. Get ahead in the count, get the guy in the box on his heels, and then force him to chase your pitch.
There's a swing and a drive. Gone. Bryce Harper goes deep. His 36th home run of the season, and they add a couple more. It's 3-0. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boone. Aggressive, and it paid off. Well, he went up there 0-0 looking to do damage. I think he had his sights set on that pitch. He went and got it and circled the bases.
Now up to hit Francisco Lindor. First pitch just misses. Lindor with an uncharacteristic stretch of poor play lately. 2 outs, base is empty.
Even superstars have their slumps from time to time, Boog, and he's no exception. He's too good to struggle much longer, though. I'd expect him to turn it around soon.
The shortstop takes the ball. Fouls one off. 2-2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. And a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Batting 7th, the catcher,
Gunnar Diaz digs in now. Went deep in the ball game last night. That one the other way, and that's a base hit. And now 2 aboard. The tag. See. Jackson Merrill stepping in now for the Yankees. Second in the American League in hitting. And that misses. And that is ball 1. Two outs. Lined in the left center, and that should be extra bases. 1 run across, now 2 runs scored, and the lead is up to 5. And he's safe at second with a 2-run double.
Everything came together for him. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen. Zach Eflin out of the game, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this.
Now pitching for
They hand the ball over to a new arm,
Number
Albert
49.
Suarez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
And next for New York, Brenton Doyle. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 0-1. Inside move to second, and he's back in safely. Man on second, 2 down. On the ground to third. Sends it across to first, and they're happy to just get off the field after that frame. So 5 runs in the inning as they bat around. We head to the second from the big ballpark in the Bronx. It's the Yankees 5 and the Orioles nothing. Back here in New York, here's the third baseman, Jordan Westburg.
5-run lead after their first at bat. That is huge at this point, but you've got to keep the attitude to keep your foot on the gas. Don't let that team back in this ball game. Cruise to the finish line, but do it with intention. I'm sure he likes the 5-0 lead and the run support, but he's sat around a lot since warming up in the pen, and you'd hate to see a guy not have his rhythm to go out there and have a great start.
Doyle makes the grab, and a quick out, number 1. Kobe Mayo, the next to hit for the Orioles.
He's been tearing it up at the plate recently. Can make it a 5-game hitting streak with a knock in this one.
And that's in there for strike 1.
He hasn't played like a rookie this year, that's for sure. I questioned if his power would translate right away, but he's been blasting home runs since he got here.
Ricky Holiday, our umpire behind the dish, known as pretty fair umpire for both hitters and pitchers.
Yeah, I think that's right, Boog. There is a little inconsistency on the corners of the plate. You can't always be sure how it's going to go with those borderline pitches as the game progresses.
It's a K from the Coltrane.
Well, that's the money maker right there. 2 strikes, slider down and away from a same side thrower as the hitter. I mean, that's just tough. You're looking to protect with 2 strikes and very difficult to lay off.
Just missed.
What's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And
this one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. We head to the bottom of the second. Jazz Chisholm Jr. now.
Second baseman, Jazz
Suarez, a 6'3"
Jr.
righty, 235 pounds, and he was born in Venezuela. There's a strike.
no need to offer at that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Blew the express right by his bat for strike 3.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Ramirez stands in here. Tried to hold back his swing there, but went around. 1 out, base is empty. Yeah, that's fouled off. Outside low. 1-2 to count.
0-2 count. You got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Now batting, the
2 outs,
hitter,
base is empty. Here's Juan Soto. Doubled in his first AB. That misses the zone. Ball 1.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Just missed. Aaron Judge on deck for the Yankees. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Pretty easy walk right there. Last pitch wasn't even much to think about.
Now batting, the
2
right
outs,
fielder,
runner at first. It's Aaron Judge now. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. He's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. Soto off of first with 2 away.
Let's go, New York.
Swing and a miss.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power. But then if this hitter gets a strike.
He locked him up, and that'll do it. The inning is over. 1 left for the Yankees, but they hold a 5-0 lead. And welcome back to the ballpark. Top half of the 3rd inning. Jorge Mateo now.
If there's nobody on in front of him, you know, a single for him many times is a double. This guy is off to the races, ready to steal a bag when he's on first base.
Now a drag bunt, third base side, and that's just foul. That's in there. And the count is 0-2. And a good eye there.
Outside.
Really nice slider right there, sweeping across the dish, but just couldn't hang the edge.
Up and in. And the count now even up.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
And down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. So back to the top of the Orioles lineup. Cedric Mullins, the next to hit for the Orioles. Led off the game with a strikeout. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Ball.
Gets a piece and stays alive. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher on the same page right now.
Ryan
O'Hearn comes up to hit. He popped out his first time.
Let's go, New York.
And that's a little high. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him looking for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side in the 3rd. 3 up, 3 down for the Orioles. It's 5-0. Back now in the Bronx. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Here is Bryce Harper. Suarez back to work. On the inside corner for a strike.
You know, these Yankees putting together some really good at-bats in this game. There's been a lot to like with how they're approaching their chances at the plate. They jumped all over the starter and knocked him out of the game early. He just was never able to settle in, and the damage was done by the time he got the hook.
That one not close. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
I mean, when you're chasing the opposing starter in the first inning or 2, that's just such a tone setter for the game, and it puts the other team back on their heels, and it instills a lot of confidence in your lineup from top to bottom.
Up next for the
Here's
Yankees,
Francisco Lindor.
the shortstop,
Singled and scored his first time.
Lindor.
That misses the zone, and that's ball 1. Hit in the air, center field. Mullins under it. Brings it in. 2 down.
Up next for the Yankees,
Here's the catcher, Gunnar Diaz. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And strike 1 to the catcher.
Wow. That's not even close to the zone.
Let's go, New York.
2 down, nobody on. Strike 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again at the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
That just misses, and the count 1 and 2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back exactly where you want to go.
Missed with a changeup. 2 and 2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So the Yanks go in order as they are unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Welcome back as we take a peek at the starting pitching so far this year.
Henderson.
the corner for a strike. It's 0-1.
You know, these Orioles just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
One ball.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand.
On the ground to Jazz. Handles, throws to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for the Orioles, the left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
And the batter now, Tyler O'Neill. Reached on an infield single his first time. A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
Fastball for a strike.
0-2.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. The Yanks leading by 5, top half of inning number 4. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Quite the start to this game on the mound, looking very dangerous to these
The
hitters.
batter,
7
the right
punch-outs
fielder,
already,
Colton
so this lineup hasn't had much
Cowser.
success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Cowser stands in now and watches strike 1. Swing and a pop-off in foul ground. Ramirez sizes this one up, feeling for the wall, makes the catch in foul ground. Orioles held in check there, still looking at that 5-0 deficit. Back here at the ballpark,
Leading
let's
up
check out the
for
latest
Yankees,
news from around the
the
league.
center fielder, Jackson Merrill.
First pitch
Oh, that's
doesn't
just
find the
out.
zone. And that one clips the corner. Hit well, right field, way back, and gone. His 16th homer of the year, and they add on. It's 6-0. And up next for New York, Brenton Doyle. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Strike 2.
0-2 is the count. One ball, 2 strikes.
Outside.
Count.
Now it's 3-2. Got him swinging.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there.
The
Just
batter,
needs to let the ball
number
travel a
13,
little more, and his timing will
second
be back
baseman,
on track.
Jazz
Good pitch for the strikeout.
So the
Jr.
lineup flips over. Here's the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2. And that one wrapped foul. One down, base is empty. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play.
One ball, two strikes.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Make it 7 strikeouts for him.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of
Now
the strike
batting,
zone.
the
Received
third
more
baseman,
fastballs
Houston.
in that location. Hitters,
Rob
especially
Perez.
with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Ramirez now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting
for the
great
Yankees,
results lately.
the
Nice line
designated
drive,
hitter,
pull side,
Wow.
met it out front, but just stayed
Soto.
through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
And now it's Juan Soto. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1's the count.
Here's your 1. Runner on the move. Pitch misses inside. Throw to second and great jump.
Well, I'm sure that steal will raise a couple of eyebrows because of this big lead, but I think it's more respect for their opponent, knowing that they've got to continue to add on if they're going to win this game. Don't take it as an offense. Take it as a sign of respect.
Smoke to right center, and this one's gonna go out of here. That'll fire up the dugout. It's their second home run of the inning, and they boost their lead. It's 8-0. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Let's break out the StatCast numbers. It's Singy. It tells us this home run was projected at more than 450 feet.
Yeah, and not many players can hit home runs as far as this one. That's a special feeling, and I'm sure he was giggling a little bit as he was jogging around the bases. That was one heck of a swing he put on the baseball.
And ball 1 to Judge. Swings and misses. And the count 1 and
1
1.
strike.
And now
2
he's
balls,
falling
1
behind
strike.
Judge.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Now batting, first baseman, Bryce.
Bryce Harper up
Harper.
now. I think one of my favorite moments from his 2024 season was his soccer-style celebration after he hit a home run in London.
Is that when we went with the knee slide?
Exactly. That ends the inning, so we take a break. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now an 8-0 game. This is Yankees baseball on the show NYC. Welcome back. Let's
Leading
check
off
out
the
what's been
Baltimore,
happening
the
of
third
late.
baseman,
Really been
Jordan
playing well.
Westberg.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Westberg measures 6 feet 2 inches, 210 pounds, and he was selected to the All-Star game last year.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's up to 8 strikeouts in this one.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there. At least to foul something off. Extend that at bat.
Mayo, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Popped up. Diaz. They got it for out number 2.
The catcher, number 35, Adley Rutschman.
2 down, bases empty. Adley Rutschman now at the plate. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off. In the air, right field. Judge really on his horse for this one. Can't get there. This one lands foul. 2 outs. Hammered, base hit.
The first move felt like a bit of a guess. You have to be right in those
Now
spots or
batting,
things
the
can get
second
away from
baseman,
you awfully
Jorge
quickly.
Mateo.
And the batter now, Jorge Mateo. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Just missed.
Ball 1.
That's in there, and the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far. 1 left for the Orioles, and they're on the short end of an 8-0 score.
Now pitching for
Back
Baltimore.
now to start the bottom of the 5th, and
Number
taking over on the
43.
mound, Brian Baker. 32nd
Baker.
appearance. And now it's Frankie
Leading up
Lindor.
for the
1
Yankees,
for 2.
the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
And that one hammered. And that's a foul ball.
You know, these Yankees, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They have 5 extra base hits on the stat sheet so far, and that tells me they're seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand really well.
Right about knee high at 97. 1-2.
With all those extra base hits, it's easy to think we're going to see that trend continue the rest of the game. They seem to be really locked in at the plate.
Outside low. It's 2-2. And that's in the dirt. That one misses. So a leadoff walk. My partner known for being a touch hack-tastic. All right, you walked 130 times.
Oh my goodness.
In your career.
I can't even believe I win. I'm saying, when
130
did that
times.
happen?
Yeah.
I don't even, seriously, I don't believe that.
On the ground, right side, and it goes just foul. Swings through that one for strike 2. Action in the pen down there. Andrew Kittredge getting ready to go. Lindor on at first, nobody out. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking
Now
right there.
batting,
You got
the
3 straight
center fielder,
fastballs
Jackson.
looking in the 0-2 count.
Merrill.
Just a poor at bat.
Here's Here's the center fielder, Jackson Merrill. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. Ball pretty well struck out towards right center. Back there. And out of here. Another homer. His second home run of the game. And they tack on to their lead. It's 10-0. That's their fourth home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. Velocity up and in is just such a difficult location for the hitter, but this time he pulls the hands tight to the body, gets through this pitch. What conviction in that swing. Awesome job at the plate.
One down, and stepping in for the Yankees, Brenton Doyle. 0 for 2 in this one. To third. Tosses across to first. That's the second out.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Back to the top of the Yankee order. Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 3. Scorched to center. No doubt about it. That is long gone. He sends it out of here. Second home run of the inning for him. It's 11-0. That's their fifth homer of the game.
Man, they're all getting into the action. It's starting to feel like a home run derby up here. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Ryan Baker will depart, and as he heads for the dugout, we'll take a quick break. New arm on the mound when we get back. On the mound now, Andrew Kittredge.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleeding and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
2 outs, nobody on. And next for New York, Jose Ramirez. On the ground, Henderson throws to first in time, and that is the inning. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. We're through 5. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back in the Bronx. All right, we go to the top half of inning number 6.
Mullins.
And now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. And that one fouled off.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think keeping the mindset to attack instead of trying to be too fine and have too much finesse. Go after hitters and get quick outs.
And that one lifted in the air center field. Merrill gets under it. Corrals it. 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman, Ryan O'Hearn.
Next to hit, Ryan O'Hearn. Check swing, called strike.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. Ripped into right field. Base hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Up next for the Orioles, the shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson, the next to hit for the Orioles. There you see his May and June numbers so far. That one finds the zone. 0-1. O'Hearn leads off first with one away. The shortstop takes the ball. Late swing, foul to the left. Here's a 1-2. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Now at 10 Ks with still a few innings left, so expect him to add on to that total. And pitchers are looking to have a strikeout per inning. I mean, that's excellent work. The way it looks now, I mean, he's going to have a better rate than that in this one. So really good stuff working on the mound in this one.
Now, Tyler O'Neill. In for a strike. 0-1.
0-1.
And it's fouled away. Outside with a breaking ball. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. And he keeps putting up the Ks. That's number 11. And the Orioles leave one. They trail in this one 11-0. Bottom of the 6th. Swing in the long ball threat. Juan Soto.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
And takes low for ball 1. Kittredge, a former All-Star. He features a slider, a sinker, and he works in a four-seamer. And that misses off the outside edge.
2-0 count, great hitter at the dish. If you're going to miss, you've got to miss outside the zone. You miss inside the strike zone, you'll be asking the umpire for a new baseball.
Lifted to left center, way back there, and that is gone. A solo shot. Home run number 50 on the year, and they add to their lead. It's 12-0. Singy, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Here is Aaron Judge. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1. And another ball. And Judge takes a strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider there for a strike. That tells you he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the bottom of the 6th. Outside, and it's ball 4.
His ability to draw walks has been something that's been part of his career since day one.
Harper.
So a man aboard. And here is Bryce Harper. He's already homered here in this one. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond. Just a tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Nobody out, runner at first. Breaking
One
ball
ball, 2
inside.
strikes.
And it's 1-2. Cut on and miss, struck him out. And Harper down on strikes.
Well, Boog, I'll tell you, when he goes to look at the video of that
Now
pitch,
batting,
he's going to want
the
to punch
shortstop,
himself. That slider
Francisco
had hit me written all over it, and
Lindor.
clearly he just got a little too excited and was out in front. Tell you what, when you get a pitch like that, you cannot miss it. Those have a chance to go a long way.
High fly ball out towards left center. O'Neill sizing this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, catcher, Gunnar Diaz.
And here's the catcher, Gunnar Diaz. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller, good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
In the air, right side. And that'll do it. The Yanks do get one on the solo homer. 7th inning coming up. You're watching Yankees baseball on the show, NYC. Welcome back as
Leading
we
off
take a
for
look at how
Baltimore,
today's
the right
starting
fielder,
pitchers have fared so
Colton
far.
Cowser.
Cole back to work. Top of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss.
And makes the grab. And there's one
Now
down.
batting, third baseman, Jordan Westberg.
Now it's going to be Jordan Westberg.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
First off, bringing it just misses. Strike 1. The Orioles with a lot of ground to make up here in the top half of inning number 7. Next pitch in for a strike, and it's 1-2. Tapped back up the middle. Chisholm on to first, and a couple of quick outs.
Up next for the Orioles, the designated hitter, Kobe.
2 outs, base is
Mayo.
empty. And next for the Orioles, Kobe Mayo. That one in there across the letters.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
And a foul ball. And he hits a ground ball right side. Harper takes it himself, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Nothing doing this time around for the O's. Hasn't been their day. It's 12-0.
Leading Leading off
And
for
up
the
next for New
Yankees,
York,
the
Jackson
center
Merrill.
fielder.
He's got a couple homers already, so can he possibly do it again?
Come on, man. Of course he can. Those two he hit were legit, and he looks pretty locked in right now at the dish.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing
Now
around
batting,
right there.
left
So
fielder,
impressive that he
Brenton.
didn't get tied up or jammed on that pitch inside. Instead, good quick hands allowed him to get the barrel to it, just shoot it up the middle of the field for that knock.
Doyle, the batter now as he swings and
0-1's
misses
the
for
count.
strike one. Outside low, and a count even 1-1. Merrill gets his lead at first with nobody out. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that's
2 balls,
downstairs and
2 strikes.
outside. And there's a fly ball deep right field. Dives, but it falls. And now it looks like extra bases. Lead runner stops at second. Now here's an easy out with a pair of runners stranded together. Things getting a little messy on the bases. Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. Swing and a ground ball. Trying to wiggle out of a rundown
He's
now.
out.
Mateo sends it to first. And that's an out. Not in time. He's safe.
Now batting, third baseman,
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
Ramirez.
Well, he's been having a great year this year and hitting home runs at a good clip, and the matchup is very favorable.
Swings and misses. Strike one. And that one is inside. Base hit and a run in to score. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
Runner at first with 2 away. And next is the designated hitter, Juan Soto. There's the strike. Two outs. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And there's a ball. The Yankees up big in this one. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Ripped on a line to center. Mullins makes the catch, and that is that. 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left. We look ahead to inning number 8. The Yankees lead it 13-0. Back at Yankee
Leading off
Stadium,
for the Orioles,
we go to the
the
8th,
catcher,
and now the catcher
Adley
comes up to him.
Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman. In the air, left side. Doyle on the move. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter number 3, second baseman, Jorge Mateo.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jorge Mateo, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. This one in the air. Ramirez nabs it. 2 down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really
Now
good
batting,
coming in,
the
but
center
so
fielder,
hard to get on
Cedric
top of as a hitter.
Mullins.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. 0 for 3 in this one. Swinging a foul straight back. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top of the 8th. Next offering is in for a strike.
Man, he is just dialed in right now. Every pitch thrown with so much conviction.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Blows the high heat past them. That's a strikeout. 1-2-3 go the Orioles. Still looking up at a 13-0 score.
Now pitching for the
So
Orioles.
a new arm out of the bullpen for the Orioles,
Number 78.
Yennier Cano. He last
Yennier
pitched 2 days
Cano.
ago. Here comes Aaron
Leading up
Judge.
for the Yankees, the right fielder, Aaron Judge.
And ball one to the right fielder. Cano, in his 3rd season, he features a sinker, a changeup, a slider, and he works in a 4-seamer. And Judge spoils that one.
Let's go, Yankees!
In there. And so now 1-2. That's a ball. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. Makes the turn and heads for second. It's in and out of his glove. And he's into second with nobody out. So a man aboard. Here comes Bryce Harper. And first offering is fouled off.
Let's go, Yankees.
And that's
Ball back
outside. That one to first. O'Hearn. And he takes it himself for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop, Francisco Lindor.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. He's one of the best players in the game. Hard hit, right side. Over to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. Two outs, base is
Now
empty.
batting, the
And
catcher,
stepping in for the Yankees, Ynor Diaz. Known for his rocket arm behind the plate. The
Hitting
Yankees
for the
going
Yankees,
with a pinch hitter,
number 28,
Austin Wells.
Austin Wells.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. O'Neill in position, and that'll do it. Looks like he's heading back out for the 9th as he'll go for the shutout when we get back. Welcome back
Leading
as
off
we
for
take a
Baltimore,
peek at the
the first
starting
baseman,
pitching so far
Ryan
this year.
O'Hearn.
We're back. It's the top of the ninth, and there's a new
Now
pitcher on the
pitching
mound.
for the
Ben Joyce.
Yankees,
And he's got a nice
number
lead to
48.
work with, so he should come in
Ben
throwing strikes, attacking
Joyce.
these hitters.
That one at triple digits. That's in there. That is strike two. Battling here as he fouls it away. And down on strikes he goes. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth.
Well, just a beautiful
That
fastball
number
on the
2.
inside corner for that backwards K
Gunnar
right there. I think the hitter saw it
Henderson.
all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
So digging in, Gunnar Henderson. Fastball for a strike. And it's 0-1. Swing and a miss, and 102 on the radar gun. Now this is in the air down the line. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Tyler.
So they're down to their final
O'Neill.
out. Tyler O'Neill will hit next. And that one misses up and in. And it's 1-0. That one ripped left field. That's back. Tattooed and gone. He made him pay for that one. And they've got their first run. It's 14-1.
That could be one of those swings that really helps spark this offense. When a guy's got a real hard fastball, you can't overswing. All you've got to do is get the bat head to the spot. If you do, he supplies the power, and you'll get to jog around the bases like he did right there.
Colton Cowser, the next to hit for the Orioles. Late on that fastball.
0-1's the count.
Hot shot to third. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Yankees add another to their winning streak.
Another day, another win. I really think this team has forgotten how to lose a ball game. It's been so long since they've lost. I really don't know what else to say. They're just a can't-miss ball club right now.
14-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.